This backwoods Barbie. He was tricking up money. She's in the passenger seat of my Rolls Royce Ferrari.
It is in reverse Barbie. You know he was faking his income, and she's in the passenger seat of my Rolls-Royce Ferrari. Really, And our sons are in Miami, so I have to be happy every morning live from New York, like a loving mother, even though we went through our own situation involving marijuana. When people want control of their accounts, they say anything, including crazy things like that about me. As for his mother, everyone will ask these questions and I won't linger on them. She's receiving the assistance she requires, so perhaps we should attend marriage counseling or something? Wendy Williams is now disclosing the scam that she was duped by her spouse and Kevin Hunter, his mistress. Recently, Wendy's ex-husband talked about her health issues on Instagram, even going so far as to praise his mistress. Sharina greetings from Hot Topics. Though Sharina Hudson went so far as to say that this is not the first time Kevin and his mistress have attempted to take credit for Wendy's achievements, their own fans are now arguing that Kevin has to face justice for robbing Wendy of her money, getting married to his side chick, and effectively leaving Wendy for dead. I couldn't quote my parents or sister because they would have said just leave but I'm still in love, I don't know what to do. Are you serious with this? This is really going, however. Recent sources indicate that Wendy is preparing for her big comeback and is feeling better than ever after completing rehab. We understand that you may be wondering, where is Wendy Williams when you need her given all the recent celebrity drama? This lady set the standard for how to spell tea after many health issues. Wendy has now revealed that her husband and his mistress conned her about it in the blogs and tabloids. The address of this place that he had purchased to share with this backwoods is 9 miles from my house in Livingston. When Wendy Williams left The Wendy Williams Show in 2021, the producers replaced her with Sherry Shepherd. During that time, according to a number of sources, Wendy's health had deteriorated to the point where she was experiencing severe memory loss and difficulty speaking. A show insider who made the allegation earlier this year claims that Wendy will probably never return to the set. Why then? Did all of these insiders suggest that Wendy was on the verge of death just months ago? The accusations that Wendy was losing her memory and was in an impossible situation seemed to have come from someone who had a great reason to silence her. Of course, we're talking about Sharina and Kevin Hunter. However, according to reports, Wendy is getting ready for a comeback and is once again in good health. Since Wendy is getting ready for her big comeback, is it finally time to expose Kevin and Sharina for defrauding Wendy, and in a very partitive way? I will plot on you to give you some context. While Wendy was away in rehab, Kevin even dared to speak on Wendy's behalf and even gave his mistress credit for the success of Wendy's show. Wendy had battled drug addiction for many years, along with other health issues. She acknowledged in 2019 that only her spouse and child knew that she had been living in a summer house for some time. She also said that she had been living in a sober house even up until this point. However, news of her relapse emerged just a few weeks after she had talked about how staying in a sober house had helped her get her life back on track. Wendy reportedly checked herself out of the sober house, and a day later, teammates discovered her intoxicated. I still adore my spouse, and anyone who has been married for 5 minutes or 5 centuries knows that marriages have ups and downs. Don't ask me about mine until you see that it's gone for good. I miss life, but that's not all. He also has a child with his side chick. Additionally, it has been stated that Kevin attempted to defraud Wendy of her money. Furthermore, during Wendy's absence for medical attention, he had the audacity to attribute Sharina's success to the Wendy Williams Show. It turns out that Kevin got ahead of himself and Wendy is ready to expose her husband and his mistress for scamming her. How specifically did Kevin and Sharina attempt to con Wendy? First of all, Kevin had been cheating on Wendy for a long time because he knew the money would run out once he signed the divorce papers. Kevin probably believed Wendy was gone for good so he could run his mouth without any consequences. A source who spoke to Daily Mail TV on condition of anonymity claimed that Sharina put pressure on Kevin to marry Wendy and have children with her because Wendy pays all the bills, so he can't leave her. According to sources, Kevin told Sharina that the only reason he is still with Wendy is that he needs Wendy's money since he cannot support himself. Even though all of Sharina's ventures failed, Kevin continued to support her by siphoning off Wendy's money to help her start one of her several enterprises. Secure a studio in Midtown, put her through massage therapy school, opened a kiosk for her at a mall in North Carolina, and assist her in starting an online jewelry and clothing line. We'll talk about Kevin's relationship with Sharina in the 11th episode. Insider claimed that Kevin eventually had complete control over everything, had taken Wendy's phone, and had even cut Wendy off from her friends. The source claimed that Wendy doesn't speak to her family on a daily basis because he is insecure, so he manages every aspect of her life. In 2017, the Daily Mail revealed that Kevin had moved Sharina into a lavish house just 9 miles from the home he shared with Wendy. Wendy later confirmed this in her Lifetime documentary. Kevin had the gall to go on Instagram Live and discuss Wendy's health while simultaneously praising his mistress and attributing Wendy's success to the success of the Wendy Williams program. While Wendy was away in rehab in 2022, Kevin reportedly used IG Live to update his fans on Wendy's condition, but before praising his queen Sharina, all he said was that he hopes Wendy will get better. Please pay attention to how this man said about the reason why the Wendy Williams program was such a tremendous success by putting his name before Wendy's. Wow, the fact that Kevin had the nerve to make Wendy's departure from the show all about himself and gave a shout out to his mistress is beyond disrespectful. Well, probably make him wish that he never met me in his life, and the girl she is now. On Blastum, I decided to do it now because Kevin is now 20 and he literally acts like he made Wendy when in fact he was a big part of the reason she ended up broken and lost her show as one for. And on Twitter put it, sir, I don't think anyone asked for your 2 cents, but now some welcome news on October 18. The happy to report that Wendy Williams is home and healing after being in a wellness facility since August. Wendy's representative told Page 6 in an exclusive interview that Wendy had left the treatment center she had been staying in for the past few months and was now recovering at home in preparation for a big comeback. Through her agent, Wendy expressed her excitement for the next adventure and her eagerness to publish her many works. Wendy also thanked her fans for their love, support, and many prayers. We don't know if Wendy will return to her daytime talk show, but we do know that she is currently working on a number of other projects, such as creating a new podcast. Fans are excited to see what more Wendy will be working on. The truth about how Kevin and his mistress tricked her for years will come to light. Kevin will always receive what he puts into the karmic wheel. I know that Sharina owes Wendy no allegiance, but I detest women who behave in such a way and think that nothing bad will ever happen to them. Why would you feel at ease doing something to the next woman that you wouldn't want to go through that type of pain? It's repulsive. You shouldn't miss out on this next video because there's more tea coming after that. That was stated by one supporter who saw Jude trade her for a new model. Another supporter said that Kevin used her and only stood up for her because it was bad for his business. Rely on that?